Shirley with Shirley's Threadwork. Thank you for stopping by. Today is day 3 of the 12 days of Christmas gifting. And today I am going to be working on beanies. So I already have a beanie hooped. Again, I'm using my 5x5 Mighty Hoop. It's actually 5.5 by 5.5, and it is a hoop that I use all the time. This is the one that I actually have 2 of because they are wonderful for doing left chest logo. So if you haven't gotten into the Mighty Hoop crave or whatever, you might want to look into at least getting this particular hoop if you have a multi-needle machine, and you don't have to have the hooping station because you can buy backings that you can use to put your garments or your project on to your hoops and not use a hooping station, because I don't always use my hooping station unless I'm actually doing like a left chest logo or something similar to that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do how to stitch on a beanie. What I'm going to do, this particular beanie, the fold is stitched down, so I'm not going to take this out because I don't want it to end up being lopsided or something like that. So I'm going to let it stay in. So that means I'm going to stitch all the way through it, not stitch on one end and then fold it up like you do with a lot of other beanies. I'm not going to do that with this particular beanie. I'm just going to stitch all the way through it like that. So that's why I have it hooped this way, and I'm going to go ahead and put a pretty design on it, and it will be a Christmas gift. I am using no-show poly mesh for the stabilizer, and I am going to use knockdown stitches again because I don't want to use the water-soluble stabilizer because I just don't want to use it for these projects. I'd rather do the knockdown. You don't have to do the binding stitch around it if you use knockdown stitches. That's one of the reasons why I want to do it. Plus, it's a lot easier. You don't have to worry about getting that water-soluble stabilizer out. You don't have to worry about washing it out or trying to get some using a tennis ball or Q-tips or whatever it is that you might use to get all of that water-soluble stabilizer out. You just do the knockdown stitches, stitch it, and then go, and everything works out fine. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this particular project. And again, today is day 3, and I will be doing 12 different projects of something that is very quick and easy and inexpensive to make for Christmas gifts, because I bought these beanies at a discount store, didn't pay a lot of money for it, and now I can elevate the value of it by making a beautiful artwork on it with a design, something that is personalized for the person that will be receiving it. And that's what makes your gift special. You don't necessarily have to be a crafter where you have to make something and then stitch on it or whatever. You can certainly go to the store and buy something already made, like an apron, like a towel, like a beanie, a headband, scarves, any of those things that you may just buy, but you make it special because you personalize them. So just keep that in mind as I go through the 12 days of gift giving for Christmas. So let me get started. Well, before I get started, I just want to explain this particular design. I think has 8 different colors, and what I recommend, especially when you're doing something that you can't easily replace, always do a test stitch out before, so you can make sure it's going to stitch well, because you got your design from wherever. I got these off at Etsy, and you want to make sure that you have your colors the way you want them to be, because even though you may follow the color chart, that may not turn out the way you want it to be on the color of the garment or project that you're using. You may want to change your colors like I did. So you want to make sure that the colors that you've selected are going to stitch out and look the way you want them to look out. So my recommendation is always do a test stitch out when you're doing projects like this. That way, hopefully you'll avoid any unnecessary mistakes or situations where you regret that you did it directly on the garment. So I just wanted to give you that little tip. And so I'm going to go ahead and get the project onto my machine and get it started. I don't think I'm going to have to use the stop hand for anything. So it should be just a straightforward stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. I just wanted to show you my screen, mainly because I wanted to let you know when you're doing a beanie, and I'll show you the beanie, don't forget to flip your design because the beanie has to go in the direction where it's open, and the part that is closed is going to be closer to you. So it's going to be basically upside down, and in order for that to be stitched correctly, you have to turn it upside down. You make sure you turn your design upside down so you won't have it stitched on incorrectly. And here is the beanie on the machine, all ready to go. And let me back up the camera. You can see how this part here is the closed area, so it is closer to me, so it's upside down. So do not forget to do that when you're stitching beanies, because you don't want to mess your beanie up. And this, as I mentioned, is going to be a closed fold. But if you have a beanie where the fold is there, and unfortunately I don't have one to show you, but make sure you print out and cut out your design, and make sure that you line it up as well as pin it on your beanie so you'll know the direction that you need it to go. So when you hoop it, you're going to hoop it in the correct direction, so when you flip the beanie up, it will be stitched out correctly. Hopefully that's understandable. While this is stitching, I'm going to look and see if I can find a beanie somewhere that is not stitched down like this one is, so I can tell you or show you exactly what I'm talking about. If not, then hopefully I'll be able to do this, show you how to do it on a different video at some point. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. I wanted to make sure you got a chance to see exactly what knockdown stitches look like. I know on my last video it wasn't that clear, so I wanted to make sure that you could see how this is all knocked down and flattened from the rest of the beanie, and that makes it easy for you to go ahead and stitch your design on it and not have to worry about it moving out of place. You don't have to do a binding box, nor do you have to use water-soluble stabilizer. It works very well with the knockdown stitches. So I just wanted to make sure that you were able to see that. The other thing that hopefully you notice, it's best, if at all possible, and it depends upon the look that you're looking for, if you use a knockdown a thread for your knockdown stitches as close as possible to your project or hat or beanie or headband or whatever you're using. That keeps it from looking so obvious. Now keep in mind, if you're doing emboss, which I will be doing an emboss design as well for one of the days, oftentimes to make the emboss stick out, you're going to use a different color knockdown stitch, because you want that color, the rest of the project to stick out. But I'll talk about that later when I do that project. So I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of what a knockdown stitches actually look like. Here is the finished product. It is done. I think that's really, really cute for someone that, of course, is I believe, a bourbon drinker, cigar smoker person. And I thought that this would be really, really cute. So it is done. I'm going to take it off the hoop and you'll get a chance to see the product off of the hoop. I am really happy with how it turned out. I think it turned out really cute. So this is the hat, or the beanie, and just want to show you what it looks like off of the hoop. So this is a good design or a good project, putting designs on beanies. And you know, if you don't have an embroidery machine or you're uncomfortable with embroidering on your beanie, don't forget you can do a patch, because this looks like a patch but it's actually embroidered on here. So I just wanted to show you how you can take a beanie and personalize it and make it look really fun and cute, where someone can wear in this cold weather. So give it a try. And thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. This is day 3 of the 12 days for Christmas giving or gifting. And be sure you watch the other, 9 that's coming up. Won't tell you what the next one will be. It will be a surprise. So watch out for it. It will be coming up. And also, if you like these videos, please give a thumbs up. It is very important that you do a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. All of those things are important to keep the channel going. So I do appreciate it. And put comments in. I've gotten comments and questions and whatever. Just say hi, if nothing else. Subscribe, thumbs up, like, share, notification. Until next time, take care. This is Shirley with Shirley's Thread Work, and I will see you in the next video, day 4.